I spent the day with Glen's Vodka, manager of the season for the Championship, John McGlynn, and it was fascinating. Let's get straight into it. Yeah, look, it's a little bit calmer here than when I was last here. History was made on this very pitch just a couple of weeks ago. What an occasion it was. I mean, I'll be showing you a few of the scenes on screen right now, but it is just mad, like, coming back to Falkirk here on a day when it's so peaceful. It might not sound that peaceful. I think there's workers over there. You might be able to hear a little bit of music in the background, but compared to what it was like last time, the first ever time I came inside the stadium was during COVID, before I'd ever seen Falkirk play. I did like a little stadium tour. I had to wear a mask when I was going around. Yeah, how times have changed that I'm here now to interview Championship Manager of the Season. He was League One Manager of the Season last year. Will it be Premiership Manager of the Season next year? The old back-to-back-to-back Manager of the Seasons. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past him. John, massive congratulations. You can see the Championship trophy in your hand. It's another one to add to the cabinet here in the boardroom, but you're also Manager of the Season for the Championship, back-to-back Manager of the Seasons from last year as well. Where does that rank in your achievements?
Well, right up there, obviously, yeah. I think winning the league, winning the Championship, everyone knows how difficult a league it is, and for us to come up from League One and actually achieve it is a magnificent achievement. All down to hard work. The players obviously take the vast majority of the credit, almost all the credit. They've been different class for virtually all season, you know. A little bit tricky towards the end, just getting over the line, but we managed to do it on the last day, which would probably even make it more satisfying. So a huge compliment towards the players, the consistency level to be at the top of the league for so long, with everyone trying to shoot you down, you know, trying to get us off the top, which is natural. You've got to deal with that, and I think everyone did. My whole backroom, obviously Paul Smith's huge for me, assistant manager. He does a magnificent job, and all the backroom staff. The fans have been magnificent, absolutely different class. Big numbers, big noise, home and away, great atmosphere. Again, the Ultras have played a huge part in that. But all the fans, every single fan that's come in here, they've been enjoying the football this season, entertaining football, going to get you on the edge of your seats, and we've certainly done that. So directors got back in January to go out and get players in to try and get us over the line, which is what we've done. So a huge thank you to all them, all the hard work that's going on through the whole football club, through, you know, from the ground staff who look after the actual pitch and the areas, the surrounding areas, all that type of thing, the commercial guys, the media guys. We win big, everyone pulling together to get the same sort of, success.
And I'm sure you obviously always mention the fans and the players whenever I speak to you and have spoken to you this season. But how much did you enjoy the trophy day? I saw you obviously dancing a lot, busted a few moves with the lads and getting amongst it.
Yeah, it came after, I said, a period where we looked like we had the League One.
So a bit of relief then, that
a lot of relief, because, you know, you maybe visualised the moments at that for 3 or 4 games and we've not done it, and created a lot of hurt and a lot of pain with getting sucker punches. So yeah, a whole lot of relief.
A few dodgy red cards in there as well, wasn't there? That didn't help.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Alfie getting sent off at Partick when we were very much on the top in the game, could have scored a late winner rather than losing a goal late on. Yeah, Sean got a couple of sort of soft bookends which got him sent off against Wraith Rovers, which kind of turned that game as well. So yeah, but these things happen, and over the course of the season we've dealt with everything and we've came out on top.
And of the lads that were here last season, you kept quite a few of them for this season in the Championship. Will you be keeping a lot of the squad together for next season, and will you also be adding a couple of names as well? Are you still looking in the transfer market right now?
Yeah, well, an exclusive that Sean Mackey has signed this morning to extend his contract. So from all the players, we've got 20 signed up for next season already. So the loan players will go back, and a big thank you to each and every one of them and all the clubs that they've came from. The only one, we brought in Ross Monroe as a goalkeeper in January. He's the only one who's probably not getting a contract. So everyone else has got a contract. We'll be looking to bring some players in. It's Falkirk are now very much attractive to a bigger sort of audience of players, if you want. Players that are look at Falkirk now as a Premiership team and become a little bit more attractive. We're in a great location, and if you're watching football, you know the brand of football that we've been playing. Again, that's very much attractive to players as well. So yeah, that's what we're into now. I think we're going to have to show patience, which is something that I've managed to deal with in every other season. We've been very sharp, very quick at getting our players in, and by that you can get a great chance to hit the ground running. So this season it's a little bit slow from my point of view. I'm certainly not going to rush in and just sign anyone just for the sake of it. I need to get the right players, so I've got to be a little bit more patient this year, then so be it.
Man who's made a big impact right there, Scott Arfield. Just talk to me about him and his impact he made when he came in this season.
Yeah, it came about obviously in January. He actually got an initial little text from him just saying, club's going really well. Hope congratulations on the kind of halfway stage type thing. Just a nice little text, and as the month went on, thought it was something maybe I could give him a wee call and see how he was doing and how things were going at Bolton, and if he would be interested. And he had mentioned to me before, a couple of years back when he left Rangers, that he wanted to finish his career at Falkirk, and so putting these two things together, thought it was worth a phone call, and immediately got a positive response. So as the month went on, things materialised. Jimmy was able to do a deal, and we get him in. Of course, we put him straight in the team against Partick Thistle, and 30 seconds later scores a goal.
Scores in his first touch, yeah.
So for a manager, and obviously for Scotty and probably everyone here, there's a lot of excitement, him coming back here, and for the fans, and for him to score after 30 seconds or so. You couldn't have wished for it to go any better. It's an absolute dream for him.
The full circle story, and especially with his friend behind you, obviously, Craig Gowans, who passed away, and took his number back after retiring it.
Exactly, yeah, a huge emotional kind of day as well. A lot going on behind that for the Gowans family. Good for them as well. Yep. They gave the backing for Scotty to wear that jersey, and seeing him back and doing well, I'm sure they're happy about that as well. So to go on in the game and score a hat-trick in his very first game back was incredible.
Another manager who's won Manager of the Season this year is Brendan Rodgers in the league above, Premiership. What's your relationship like with him?
Well, obviously I worked at Celtic for about 4 years. Probably about 2 of these years was very much with Brendan and opposition analysts, where I learnt a lot, and it's well documented now. It is a popular theme whenever we're talking in this kind of situation, where I've come from and how I've got here, and in recent times certainly learned the most from Brendan.
How did that job come about then for you at Celtic?
Well, I was in the job when Brendan came.
Okay.
I was already in the job. It was initially a scouting job. I had been in work at Livingston back in 2014, because it was January of 15 when I went to Celtic. So a little bit of, there was a job available, you get your name put in for it, you go through the interview process, which I did, interview with John Park, and he's got to get permission from higher up as well, and obviously these things fell into place, and I worked in scouting for 1.5 years, which was great for me, because I managed to look at all the ways that they would go about trying to find players and comparing players and how they did that, and that helps a lot, a hell of a lot. And of course you're going abroad, you're watching games, you're picking things up from games and looking at things all the time. When Brendan came in, he became the opposition analysis, which meant again watching games both domestically and in Europe, and watching Champions League games, which again huge learning to go and watch your PSG's, Barcelona's, Man City's, all teams that Celtic have had in their groups in these period of time. So you're learning all the time. You're learning within meetings that you're having with the manager and his coaching staff. Again, you're picking things up all the time, how they're looking at things, and the way that they play. So that's what we did. In 2018, managed to get a job back at Raith Rovers as the manager there. Managed to implement the style that we have here now with Raith Rovers. We got a lot of compliments for the brandy and the style of football we played. We were fairly successful. knocked on the door to get into the Premiership, didn't just quite get there. Won the Challenge Cup, but had some good seasons. Went to Celtic Park twice with Wraith Rovers team, acquitted ourselves well. Obviously with Falkirk this season, we went to Celtic Park, acquitted ourselves very, very well. A lot of plaudits from the way that we played. So I think a big compliment and a big thank you to Brendan for helping me along my way.
And what have you thought of him and Celtic this season specifically? Because you did come up against them as well, didn't you, in the League Cup?
Yeah, well, I mean, they blew everyone away, really, haven't they?
Must be hard for them to keep going week in, week out when you know you're probably going to win the league. I know it's never a foregone conclusion, isn't it? But you've still got to turn up and put the graft in, haven't you?
Yeah. You set standards that you want to maintain all the time. Probably the only one you can come back on would be like that. Maybe on the one day against St Johnstone away from home, maybe things didn't just quite click on that day. Maybe that helped them going forward after that. Just a little bit of, a reminder. You've got to be kind of at it.
Yeah.
And they've created many chances in that, but again, another day they go in, and as happened in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, which Celtic are still on course to win. So it's the standards that they create every day. All the players will maintain these standards, and you go out, and if you're a winner, you're a winner, and you take that through your career, and you'll never lose a habit of winning and winning and winning. It's a great habit to be in.
And Celtic aside, you'll be playing a lot of big teams here next season.
Yeah.
Hopefully have a few bigger home games here that we can come to, particularly early in the season.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to playing Hearts, obviously, Old Club, Hibs, Rangers as well?
Yeah, no, we're very much looking forward to it. That's what we wanted to do, that's what we've achieved, that's where we're going to be playing. We'll need a little bit of strengthening, I think, but we're very much looking forward to it. This is exactly what we wanted. Yes, it's not going to be, I don't see us winning as many games as we've won over the last couple of years, but nonetheless, this is where we want to be, and this is where we want to go and compete and show that we can play. That's going to be important to us to try and maintain our style, but be able to adapt to situations with, pre-games, during games, and post-games.
And that's back-to-back manager of the seasons for you now. Glen's manager of the season, League One, Championship. Do you think you could do it again next year? Do you back yourself?
It's going to become a lot more difficult, but we'll give it a go, that's for sure.
Perfect. Amazing. Cheers, John.
Thank you.